How Incantation demobilized the 17 soldiers murdered in Okuama. Survival driver speaks. A driver who was with the 17 soldiers murdered at Okuama spoke of how he escaped and how the deceased were mauled by the militant youth. He said they were murdered when they could not return fire because of the alleged powerful incantations by the killer's priestess and priests. Speaking with newsmen, he said the commander of the Joint Task Force in Bomadi, Major Safa, was the first to go to Okuama with his men on March 14th to rescue a former supervisory councillor brother, Anthony Abo, who was reportedly kidnapped by the Okuama youth on March 13th. He said with Safa, who went to Okuama on a peace mission with his junior colleagues, were held hostage, albeit as a result of his insistence that he must take the chairperson of the committee and others with him. As a result of the development, the commanding officer of the 181 Amphibious Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel A.H. Ali, decided on a backup team and led his men on the same peace mission to rescue Safar and his team who were held hostage. But things turned otherwise. They were ambushed and murdered when they got there. The driver who managed to escape with some soldiers alleged that when the armed youth came out of their hideout after the peace talks in the community hall collapsed and the soldiers were forcing the community chairman to the waterfront to board their boats, the youth signaled the community chairman to stoop and lie low on the ground. He pointed out that the commander and his men did not notice the militant signal during which the incantation by their Juju priestess and priests were being invoked. He continued that it was after the chairman laid down that the shooting started. The soldiers could not return fire because of the powerful incantations. This one, it be as it gets you. I beg go, it be as it get this story. Anytime they get to the story, it get as it do me for body. I'm telling you. It is only ignorant people that will deny the fact that Juju are powerful. I'm a pastor, I can tell you the truth. Idols have power, but the power of Christ, my Savior, is above them. Let Christ give you understanding. There is nothing like lesson. Army cannot take permission for anybody before entering anyone, and for the lesson, go and ask them how far. Who gave them the order on that peace mission? Exactly. The person that sends them there is a suspect. Without contacting Ughelli South Area Police, the commander at Otu Jeremy, and the community leaders, more often than our military men feel that they are above the law. That is the problem. They need proper reorientation. It is not their fault, but the government of the day. I hate hearing that the military men and civilians are actually murdered. God forbid. Take it or leave it, military cannot take order from a civilian. But if truly as a result of the juju, both the priests and priestess will surely collect in full. Gasibi, the whole thing. Like I said, the person that gave the order, the person that made the call and say, oh, help me, oh, save me, oh, this people, so and so people, they did. All right. You know, say Niger soldier feel above the law. This is their problem. I think it's a lesson for the soldiers that putting on the army uniform first does not make you God. Sorry to say this, but different versions of the story is coming out. They should have gone with the truckloads of soldiers on the rescue mission. Cook stories have different versions. Same story said rebels went on a peace mission, but said soldiers want to arrest a community chairperson. The same soldiers were ambushed after the town hall meeting. After the town hall meeting, the soldiers were taking the community leader forcefully and ambushed. The priestess and some incantation that soldiers could not fire back. Who did this to Nigeria? Me, I can't say. Like I said, I cannot say. At least the community taught the corrupt leaders a lesson, because you're wearing uniform. You think you're all in all. This is Niger Delta. We know GA fear face. You can build a barrack to design Okuama. Soil anything you see after that, you will bear it. Alright. at the end of the day, see all the state is going to, I don't even understand, Sha, but I know that everything is definitely going to be well. Okay. At the end of the whole day, this one is strange to me. The juju. They use juju to brush. After brushing. Alright. My humble opinion is the writer was trying to get you popularity. Question to ask, do you think the Nigerian army wouldn't have tracked down the so-called driver and the other army escapees to get detailed information on the involvement in the massacre? Since they were ambushed, it means all escape terrains had been sealed. How did they escape? Since Juju was used, it automatically means the Juju overshadowed all the Juju the army used, so automatically none escaped. Abi, are they man-made? People should leave me alone. It is only ignorant people that will deny the fact that the Juju are powerful. I'm a pastor, and I can tell you the truth. I just have power. Who gave them the order on that peace mission without... Okay, I think I've seen it before. You don't know say... Okay, you don't know say Niger soldier... Okay, I don't see and feel like full above the law. This is their problem. I think this is a lesson for the soldiers that are putting on army uniform. Pause. Not to make you God. Okay. Cook stories have different versions. Same story. Soldiers went on a peace mission, but soldiers wanted to arrest the community chairperson. The same story. Soldiers were ambushed after the town hall meeting. The soldiers were taking the community leader forcefully in the ambush. In the ambush, the priestess rather said some incantation that soldiers could not fire back. Who did this? Okay, I think I've actually said this before. But me, I find it very difficult to believe this, sincerely. I really find it difficult to believe. Let me complete the story for you. At that moment, they began firing them and they could not return the fire. It was not a case of man to man. You have to save yourself. As a sharp guy where him be, he don't arrange himself well before he joined the army. Him gas disappear from there using his own audacious. Now so army would be. You must not be both naive. We both naive and waste the weapon otherwise. Behold your God weller. One of them must bring you out. Alright, and this note here comes to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time. Enjoy.